Hey everyone. Hello. It is your friend Dopeness, and I am here with a video about Umar Johnson and his followers. Now, if you are not familiar with Umar Johnson, then consider yourself lucky. But if you're like me and you know who he is, then you know about the fiasco that is happening, in particular, what is happening between Lenon Honor and Monty Woodgrain. Now, how I found Dr. Umar is like how a lot of other people found him. It was through Hidden Colors, one. I think by Hidden Colors 2, maybe, I was out. Like I had tapped out. But the first one really, it opened up my eyes to explore and research deeper things. And so that's how I found Umar. And I think I did what most people did. We carried over to YouTube and we started following him and the whole conscious community. And it was around that time where I was heavily involved as far as, I'm not going to say heavily involved, but I tuned in to the conscious community. And I would say within a year and a half, I was out because it started to be goofy. Like it started to be a fiasco, something I could see in the hood, like outside. And I don't necessarily like drama all the time. Like I actually like learning. I like content. And so when it started to be hood and it started to get a little goofy and they started battling and debating, calling each other niggas and stuff, I had tapped out. And so I tapped out. And when I tapped back in, there was the scam. I shouldn't say scam, but there was this whole thing of Dr. Umar raising money for a school. And I think people like Young Pharaoh, even at the time, and Lenon Honor, maybe a couple of other people. No, none, not so many of the people we see today doing videos about Umar Johnson, but I know Lenon Honor was there from the rip. And I think Young Pharaoh, who I also heard is scamming people too. Um, and nothing against him. He was really dope. Like I still have notebooks with his notes in it. So it's just me. Like I'm the type of person where I come in, I get what I need to get, and I get out. And when I need more, I come. Like I don't stay in place. And that brings me to Lenon Honor because when I jumped back into the Umar Johnson world, I found videos of Lenon Honor. I started to watch it, and that's how I knew what was happening. I followed it for a while, and then I tapped back out. I left. And I came back, and it's like Lenon Honor is still doing videos about Umar Johnson, and it's almost that thing where when you live and you grew up in a neighborhood and then you move and when you come back the same people are doing the same things and you're like, damn, I've been going 6 years and you still doing the same things. It's pretty weird. And that's the feeling. It's not weird, not because not all is bad, some is good, but um it's just that wow, like time didn't pass between the time I left to the time I tuned back. So when I came back and I saw that Lenon Honor was still doing videos, I'm not gonna lie, like I found that a little bit strange. Now, I did not know about Monty Woodgrain. I didn't know about her up until now, and I'll tell you why. Again, like I said, like content. I like words. When I'm cleaning or when I'm doing something, I like to hear something like this, like a speaker, maybe a couple of videos. But I like to hear something in the background, something. And so I'm not really into skits and parodies, if that's what you call it. So that's why I didn't know about Monty, because from what I hear, that's how he started, just making fun. And he'll tell you himself that it came from entertainment. I mean, he started in the field with the idea of just entertaining. So that's why I didn't know about him. up until recently because he just started making videos with content where he's just speaking and not necessarily he spits too. He spit good. I love I love how people talk. Certain people have a way of talking. I don't know if you call it metaphors, similes, I don't know. But certain people have a way of putting things together that just sounds good. Especially because I'm from Jersey, so I connect with that hood side, but I also connect with that intellect and that deep speaking, deep thinking. But yeah, so he started to make videos. The first video I saw of him that made me take an interest is he was doing a commentary on Dr. Umar. He was sitting, it looked like he was sitting behind a desk. I don't know, but he was sitting down. He had a hood on. And I really like how he broke it down. And then I started to look at his other videos and I saw the parodies. And I didn't watch them because that's not what I'm into, but I did like that. Um, but so, and I do want to give this disclaimer. Please keep in mind that on this channel, the only side we choose is the dope truthness. So I'm not pro Lenon Honor. I'm not pro Monty Woodgrain. I'm pro trueness, the dope trueness. So yeah, so you have Lenon Honor who've been having, banging on Dr. Umar for some time. You have Monty Woodgrain, who's been banging on some people. I mean, banging on Omar for some time. They both bring different perspective to the table, but nonetheless, pretty interesting, pretty entertaining. I will give them that. I will say this one day, right? So I was cleaning up as usual. I have a very needy dog, a very special child who came into my life at the age of 6.5. And a very high maintenance bunny. So it's a lot going on here. But I was cleaning, right? And I found a Dr. Umar video and I played it. And as I'm cleaning, I hear him say some goofy shit, right? So I'm like, okay, I know somebody about to bang on him. No one said anything. I said, okay, maybe I just heard that. It's just me. Umar says something else. I'm like, oh man, what the hell? The third time he said something, I had to stop what I was doing, look at the screen, and then I realized that this wasn't a commentary video. This was Umar Johnson himself, whether he uploaded it or someone from his team, but it is his actual unedited lives. I don't know if you do it on Facebook. I don't know anything about social media, but it was him himself speaking in the raw, and someone just simply uploaded it. And that's when I said to myself, no wonder. No wonder why they keep their foot on his neck, because he says some goofy shit. Some things that honestly actually does not make any sense. And I mean, I get it. I honestly get it, which leads me to my point that I'm about to make. See, I have a children's program. I'm an advocate for children's social emotional development. I believe that everything we do on the outside starts with the inside first, and the sooner we work on it, the better our lives be, our future will be. So my program is very successful in Georgia and in Jersey. And with that, there's a certain type of way I have to carry myself. Now, yes, I curse, and I'm not perfect, and I'm from Jersey, so I'm a little raw. But there's a certain type of air to me, and there's a certain type of way I communicate. Especially to people who are seeing me in the raw, and know what I do. Like there's a certain type of attitude and personality that I bring because I am my program. Like I walk, I sleep, I eat, I drink. This is just not something separated from me. This is a part of me. And so I have to represent it each and every time I walk out my door. I represent my program, and it's a children's program. So is special and it's very tender, and it should be handled appropriately, and that's including my actions. So when I see someone like Umar and all of his prestige and his accolades and his knowledge and his degrees, one would think that he would carry himself differently. I'm not even going to say in a better way. I would just say differently. I heard a video of someone saying that he's never sitting at a desk or never sitting in an office. And that says something too. A lot of it says a lot. And I'm starting to think, as a person who studies body language and studies what is not seen, I love psychology. I love knowing the unknowing. I'm starting to think that this whole thing is a game. And the people who continue to perpetuate it is playing the game. They're all in cahoots, whether they're pro Umar or anti Umar. I feel that they're all in cahoots. And the people like Monty Woodgrain, who is getting out, or I would say people like Shakim Ra, who is relatively new and young, but wise. People like him who just simply neutral. Like if Umar does something that makes sense, I'm rooting for that. If Lenon Honor does something that makes sense, I'm rooting for that. As we do on this channel, just pure truthness, no sides, just truth. I'm really starting to think that this is a whole Bill Clinton, Obama, Bush, Trump type of deal. And if you don't know what I mean, then you really need to get off of this whole thing and find yourself. Like do research for yourself. Leave Umar alone and focus on self, knowledge of self. This is something we teach in our program. And might I mention, my program is only for, well, it's not only, but right now it's for preschool age students. So between 3, 2.5 to, I would say, we usually hit 5 because there's some preschools that have kindergarten classes or 4-year-olds turning 5. So between 3 and 5, this is what we're teaching. We teach knowledge of self. Between the presidents, we think or what we see is them fighting and they're against each other and they're debating each other and they're stabbing each other in the back and exposing each other. But when that curtain comes down, they're all friends and they all break bread. If you really do deep research, you'll see these people at each other events, at each other's damn children's graduations and parties. The beef is just for us to see so we can be divided within our own communities. But the truth is they all get paid by the same hand. They all listen to the same person. And that's the powers that be. It's not them. It's the real deal, the hand, the big chief, as they will call it. And that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking all these people are in cahoots. I think behind the scenes, they get together and they plot on who's going to attack who, what we're going to expose. Hey, are you okay with that? It got to be because these are grown ass people that we're looking at. And it's goofy as hell. I mean, damn, like at some point in time, you have to understand, you have to ask yourself, like, when did any one of them say anything? And I had to pause it and grab a paper and grab a pen and write it down. Never. It's goofy. And it's a waste of goddamn time. Especially if you are really into this. It's too goofy. And when I say goofy, I mean that I don't even want to say the word common sense, but people are actually bored. Some of these videos, these people sound like they tired. They look dead in the eye. They're not making dead in the eyes. They're not making any sense. It's just goofy and it's embarrassing. You would have to present something hardcore in front of me to tell me that these people don't break bread together. These people don't share checks. Because they're way too grown to be making these goofy ass decisions. And that's the men and the women and the couples. Like, there's no way y'all still talking about this shit. And I understand, like I said, I heard a video for myself and I was doing my own commentary in my head. Umar is goofy and he does goofy things. We get it. And I mean, we get it. I definitely understand. But even, I mean, for him to do goofy stuff, it's like he's doing it on purpose. That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like they all are a part of this whole let's distract people from watching what is really important. Like this can't be real. And I'm so thankful and so grateful. I'm 36 years old. I was born in 1984. I'm so grateful that my parents are not parents of a young, like, I'm glad I'm not young. I'm glad I'm not between 4 and 19. And I'm glad my parents were in a different era where they didn't do shit like this. My mother is a professional. She's an accountant. She doesn't do shit like this. My father is a retired great person, a hero. He doesn't do crap like this. This is ridiculous. And these are parents. It's goofy. It is so goofy. And I'm so in love with that word right now because it's stopping me from really hardcore cursing. But it's insane how retarded this shit is. That's what I'm saying, man. They have to be all together in this. And the fact that they still call him Umar Johnson. Let me tell you something about body language and the mind. And you can help me too. When you're mad at someone, all that nickname shit, it go out the window. Even if I'm mad at my bunny, well, she doesn't have a last name. Neither of my dogs. But some animals have last names. The point I'm trying to make is when you're mad at someone or you're disgusted by them, you don't remember their nicknames. They're their first and last names. Even parents, you parents who are listening, when you're mad at your child, all that Pookie and whatever named you, that goes out the way. That goes out the window. You call him by his first or you call her by her first or her last name to know that you mean business. So for these people to be so disgusted and so irritated and irate by what this person is doing and still calling him by, I don't know if that's his nickname. I don't know if it's his legal name. I don't goddamn know because I'm really busy living a real life. It's goofy. It's goofy. Why his name just can't be goddamn Jermaine Shoemaker or whatever the hell his last name is. It's goofy. That's what I'm saying. There's no real beef here, man. This is all a game. This is all a big circle for black people who need entertainment. That's why you keep goddamn what you call that, paying super chats, because he's entertaining you. You cannot tell me you took notes or you take notes from any one of these people who are on this in this sector talking about this person. When was the last time you even took notes from what Dr. Umar said? It's not about facts anymore. It's not about elevation and actually dropping jewels. It's goofy. It's simply goofy. They still calling him by his nickname, and you expect me, maybe it's not his nickname. Correct me if I'm wrong. But the fact that they don't call this person by his first and last name makes me feel that I cannot take this seriously. I would never invest more than what I'm doing here. And the reason why I'm doing it is because a lot of people have been attacking Monty Woodgrain. I don't even know if attacking is the right word, about the money and him being jealous and counting people's pockets. And we're going to talk about that a little later too. But what got me is the exposed videos of Lenon Honor asking for money to move his family and then crying out. Was he crying? Yeah. Oh my God. That speech and drama. I took speech and drama in high school. I know what acting is. Yeah. I studied body language and I studied tones. I even studied how your eyes move when you say certain things. I love that. That's what I love about this. And so I found that to be a little interesting because, again, as everyone know, he has a whole series on manhood, and it brings me back to this thing that was on TV that I absolutely turned from. Because I learned if they got a whole bunch of black people in it, chances are it ain't for me. It ain't nothing I could grow from. I'm sorry. I'd rather watch something more diverse because at least it's all about taking notes, shit. Taking notes. But yeah, on this show, the lady was saying she wanted to bring women and bring back femininity, feminism. And when I saw the exposed video, when I saw the exposure of Lenon, I wanted to say, well, bring back masculinity. Like, damn, what happened to that? My grandfather built his house with his own hands. It's still there, passed on to my father. What happened to those type of men? These men right now, from what I see, that are a part of this sector are so chatty. When did that become popular for men to sit and talk for 3 hours? I had never. And I'm sorry, I compare a lot of men to my father. Not that he's the greatest. He's the best to me. But men between 60, I would say 70 and 60 maybe. After that, these 50 and 40 and 30-year-olds is shit. Not all. Not all. But the bad is outshining the good. Period. I have never seen a man cry in my life. And I grew up with the man. I had to beg to move out of my parents' house at 28 because if they would have it their way, I would live in there forever. I wanted to become a woman. Let me go. And I'm good. I've been good. I've always been a good girl. I remember when my father first got on a job, him and his best friend, and not too far in, I would say maybe fresh in the beginning, unfortunately, his best friend committed suicide. And it was the hardest thing I saw my father go through. It was the first thing, the first sight of him losing someone that I observed. And I was relatively young, maybe about 8 or 9. And he was so hurt. Couldn't even speak, couldn't even breathe, couldn't even think, couldn't even drive. No sense of direction, out of it. Eyes were not even there. I don't know, just out of it. He looked defeated. He looked like somebody snatched his soul away. Just got on the job, something they've been wanting to do ever since they were children. Finally did it in this. My father did not cry in front of us. Now, I don't know what he did behind closed doors. I don't know what he did in private. I don't know what he did while we were sleeping, while we were in school, while we were at my grandparents' house or a relative's house. I did not see him cry. He buried his mother, his father, 2 sisters. He is so strong and he act like nothing bothers him. He act like he doesn't stress out, but he handled his. And he's been that way for a while. Sometimes you would look and you would say, Dad, it's okay. You can tell me I'm old enough. And he'll say, did I ever stress? Do I ever stress? Am I ever worried? And it makes me just want to come home and just pray for him and cover him with continued strength. Because he never came to me or my brother or my mother and asked for anything. I remember I was outside riding my bike. I had to be, I think around 9, 10, because I don't think I went to a Catholic school yet. So I had to be between 9 and 10. And I ran inside to use the bathroom. And because I don't even think we moved in the house yet. I don't know what my dad and his older sister, one of his older sisters, were talking about, but I heard him say something, and I thank God I heard that part. She said whatever she said, and he said, I'm going to tell you again, I am not a borrower, nor am I a lender. And she must have didn't hear him the first time because the way he said it was very strong. So much so that I heard it in the bathroom in the next room with the door closed. And it was so strong that she said, okay, okay. I don't know what the situation was because again, my dad never showed his worry to me. Definitely wasn't willingly putting it online for others to see. No, he would not. I don't know if that was the onset of buying the house or sending us to school. I don't know what was going on, but it had to do something with money. And he told my aunt, I told you already, and I'm going to tell you again. I am not a borrower, nor am I a lender. And if you ask me about my life, I felt like it was fine. But who knows what happened behind closed doors? And I think that's what men do. That's what women do. That's what parents do. So to see this man, yes, he was very vulnerable. And yes, he exposed himself. But for what? For help? So this all was planned? A lot of people are saying, well, he shouldn't have 5 children. And people are saying, well, you can't stop that. You can't stop what God, if it was in this man's right to have 5 children, then how dare you say, well, he shouldn't have had. You human beings, you have nothing to do with that. However, one thing you should do is have foresight. My mother told me, after me, my dad said, all right. She had my brother. He said, okay. She wanted another one. He said, no, let's sit down. Let's look at this. We're trying to do X, Y, and Z. Having a child right now will not work. And they didn't have another child. Foresight. Seeing into the future, what responsible parents and grown men and women do. That's what threw me off about Lenon Honor. Forget the videos that I could never sit through and watch because again, I like content. I don't like goofy shit, not all the time. It's a time and it's a time to play and it's a time not to. Okay? When I go outside, I can see goofy shit. I can go in certain neighborhoods. I have friends that live in certain neighborhoods, and when I want a little hood in my life, I will go to their house, sit on their porch or on their patio, and just watch the drama, watch TV. Like I have a friend who real life, and she loves this shit, but she real life living a reality show. Is always something happening in front of her door, and I could only take it every once in a while. Where I live is quiet. A son and 2 animals. You hear neither. The bunny is cleaning herself. She's very high maintenance. And the puppy is asleep. And the baby is asleep. Resting. So yeah, that threw me off. That threw me off about him just not having foresight. Forget not having credit and all that other stuff, but just the foresight. I can't get with that, even as a woman. And that's another interesting thing. This man gathered almost $20,000 from the people, and I can guarantee you that majority of the people who donated were women. And this is my thing. Black men are supposed to lead. And they wonder why black women always feel so strong and feel like they gotta do everything because they're carrying men. They're carrying their leaders. Do you know how heavy a strong leader is? These men are heavy, even though they don't act the role, it's still within them. It's still their DNA. That's why they're built the way they're built. We're women. We're fragile. Yet we're getting muscles and bulking up by carrying these men who sit online and show you pictures and have sympathy. And not have sympathy, but they show you pictures and they paint this story. And we women, we help. How can you take someone serious that you just helped out? I'll be damned. I'll be damned if I just bought your house and you think you're going to come here and tell me how to run mine. I own you, sir. This is why it's so fucked up over here. It's backwards. Men are women and women are men. That's why these women on these videos, they get straight to the point and get off. These men, 3-4 hour lives talking about themselves and past situations, bro. I'm from up top. That's all we do is sit on a porch and talk. We'll sit on a porch and be quiet and look at people outside. And look at people in front of us or walking down the street. Men, I'm talking about, will sit next to it and just have blank conversation before they sit and talk. And if they sit in and talking for 3-4 hours, it's about something. This right here that they're doing isn't about anything. These men straight up be saying, oh, he said and she said, and I got the receipts. Bruh, really? Grown ass men using the word receipts? That is the most feminine shit I've ever heard. Grown ass men, I got the receipts. Bruh, what is happening? This is why I have my family. I have my pets that I've always dreamed of having. I have my child. I foster every now and then. I have my program. I have my close friends. I have my family. I have my family. I have my friends. I have my family. I know how to tune the world out. And I have discernment, and I have common sense, and I have sense. I'm a little strange. That's because I'm strange to y'all. Because y'all are not even weird, just wired differently, which is weird and reverse. Yep. These women out here donating money and help. I mean, I really want to go through the log to see how many grown men donated to another grown man. Because I know if this was my father's sector and he saw his friend up here, and this is a thing, there are situations, okay? There are things that happen to people, circumstances. You have it one day and then the next minute you don't. There are circumstances that happen. If you have a circumstance that help and you don't know how to get yourself out of it, then yeah, by all means, bro, I need help. I went from, and I just heard my dad having a conversation. The man said he went from doing this and making this, and then something happened with the market. Then he was out of work. Then he had to, he found this, and then he had to build himself up. He lost everything, got a divorce. Now he had to rebuild. You know what I mean? Like circumstances happen. And sometimes you have to go out. And now, yes, we do have internet. We can get online and go live and ask for help and just get money and be jolly. Yeah, we have that option. Yeah. I don't know. We definitely have that option, but Lenon Honor's situation wasn't a circumstance. It was a situation. Like, I'm pretty sure that woman brought all 5 of them kids to that house. No foresight, no planning. It's one thing. You know how many people have one child and realize they need larger space? And then say, okay, we need to save up because by the next child, we would like to have a living room. And so they get a larger place and then, they have another child. And maybe sometimes that place can hold 3-4 children. Sometimes children got to share rooms, but they upgrade as their numbers increase. Some people upgrade damn vehicles. I'm one of them. Before I adopted my child, I made sure I got a truck with enough space. And now with a dog and a bunny who I take with me when I travel, over the weekend sometimes, we need a bigger vehicle. And so guess what? I'm putting out I'm putting my program, I'm soliciting more schools, I should say, um, to actually grow the program. But I'm working on having a bigger space and a bigger vehicle. Why do women know how to do this, but men don't? Not all men, just this one. So Lenon Otter's situation is not a circumstance. It's not like he worked Wall Street, then something happened, a pandemic happened, and he had to go sleep on somebody's sofa, and now his wife is pregnant. It's not a circumstance, man. This lady probably bought all her children knowingly knowing that this is an effed up neighborhood, and we got to get better. All of those children to their home. You cannot tell me that makes sense. And then you got the couple, Shakim Rob put a video of the couple who does commentary, and this lady went around the whole thing. She explained, like, listen, he's being vulnerable, he's this, and if he's online, and she wanted to say begging, that's what she wanted to say, but she didn't. He's online begging. Being vulnerable isn't that. Being vulnerable is what I just did. I don't want people to know who I am. I'm sure if it happens, they will find out. But just expressing my childhood and sharing a piece of my family and what I do for a living, and you can tell by by what I just said what kind of person I am. Like, I have a damn bunny. How many people you know have a bunny? And I'm sweet to my bunny. She's so funny. But yeah, like no. He's online begging, and that's not cool. That's why I said these people are in it all together, man. So I want to share my screen and I want to show you this website because everybody will come online and say, yo, help me buy this, help me buy that, support this and support that. But just like Young Pharaoh, I heard it's supposed to be suing YouTube. But my whole thing is, how you going to sue the hand that feeds you? How you going to bite the hand that feeds you? Clearly, you're getting a check from YouTube. Clearly, nobody is smart enough to check this shit. You'd rather Google bullshit than intelligent shit. You're getting checks from from YouTube, and you're about to sue them. That's just like me working for a company called Lamp, and I'm suing them as they deposit checks into my account. It's goofy. So let me show y'all what we're about to do here. Let me show y'all for anyone to check websites to find out what's what. Let's go. I think this is it. Let's go here. Please let this be it. All right. Let me see if this is how we looking. All right. Let me change this up. So the name of this website is called Social Blade. Social Blade. And what it has is all and every last YouTube channel analytics. So, and I have already typed up some names. So we're gonna look in Lenon honor, thingamajigga. What just happened? All right, let's do it again. So this is his channel, and then it'll also give you suggestions. So everyone who is in the same category, this is why I say these folks get paid by the same person. They get paid by the same. He just has all his employees under the same. I don't even know about a lot of these people, but he has all his employees under the same. But this is Lenon Honor. Just going to select his channel. You can tell and verify it's him by this header. This is accurate. You can just search others to compare and contrast, but this is his header. So these are the amount of videos he uploaded, his subscribers, his video views, the country, his channel type, which is entertainment, and the year and date it was created in 2008. This is his grade, B minus. This is his social blade rank, subscribers, video views, entertainment rank. Now, I don't really know what all of these are. We're just looking at the numbers. So this is the estimated monthly earning. This is estimated. This is what they make a month. And this is their estimated yearly earnings. So that is that. Then you scroll down, and here you have the stats. So the date, I guess he last posted a video, um, the video views, and the estimated earnings. You can see all of this and go look for yourself. And then down here you have analytics. So I don't really know what this is, but yeah, you have that. All right. So this is Lenon Honor, his estimated monthly earnings. So they do make whatever they make. They do make money off. They do make money off YouTube. They do get paid by YouTube. How about that? So we're gonna look into Monty Woodgrain. Search. Okay. So click on this, and these are people that he suggested. It's a little different. It has different people on here. All right, so this is Monty Woodgrain. All right, this is his banner. I don't know what word I used last time. Upload videos, subscribers, his video views. He's comedy. He created this channel July 15th, 2017. I think when Lenon Honor started, he was doing like manhood and family videos. So I don't know. And I think Umar, like I said, 2016 is when I tapped in and tuned out. I thought I was there for a year, but I probably was in and out less than a year. So he has a B minus. This is his social blade rank, subscribers rank, video view rank, negative subscribers for the last 30 days, and his earnings. Sorry about that. And the total video views weekly. And then down here you have your stats. So his is definitely less than Lenon Honor, than the analytics. Analytical. I'll study it later. This is not to like embarrass Monty Woodgrain. He'll tell you himself he works. This is not his job. You can see the difference. Lenon Honors entertainment. Monty Woodgrain is comedy, and this is why he gets Lenon Honor gets super chats. This is why this is important because Black folk love entertainment and comedy. I don't know what other titles they have, but it just makes sense. Um, but yeah, so Monty Green also did a video of him in his house, and he was just showing his daughter's wedding and things like that. I didn't necessarily pay attention to the video because his dancing is a little distracting, but just to hear how calm he is, because he could really, I feel like he has enough information to just blast people asses, but he just to hear how calm he was in the video shows me that he's above this. Like this is just typical. He probably don't necessarily care about numbers. It sounds like he has his whole life, not his whole life, but it sounds like he's working on his life. Like he sounds like he has an idea. He's past having an idea. Like he's actually. Oh, it's because I spelled it wrong. He's actually in the work. He's actually doing the work. So this is not to embarrass him. Like he said, he don't really care about this. I'm just simply showing how the YouTubers make money, yet they come to you and tell you and ask you, can you buy them a camera? Can you donate to help the channel to help the channel grow? They ask you for money. They don't necessarily tell you how much they make from YouTube. And even if it's a certain number of subscribers, but if they have a certain number of subscribers and followers, please believe that they're getting a check from YouTube. I don't know what it is, how much it is, but it's something. But what if who I find very um, difficult to watch too. He's funny, and he did do a video where I felt like he wasn't playing sides like and that's when I do like that. I found a video where he was just exposing what needed to expose, but then I realized what side he was on, I guess you would say. So I don't have anything against him. It's just hard to watch too because again, it's goofy. But he has a C minus, so he's I don't know. It says 2017, but I just started hearing about him within the past 2 weeks. So this is his jam. This is his jam. So he's look at hey little $1. It's so cute. Here's his jam, and here's his jam. Now who else? You see who I have, and the thing is, I ain't even these people in. They were just coming up, and I clicked on it. This person I did. I don't know why paraprofessional is there, but this one I did click on. Now let's look at Young Pharaoh. He too has multiple channels, but only for we're only going to explore this one. This is the one. So he has. So this is his upload, subscribers, views. His channel type is people. He has a B, social rank, subscribers, numbers, all that. This is how much he made his monthly earnings. This is the last video. That's another thing. They'll have their recent videos, so that's another way to verify that the information is maybe semi-accurate. I don't know how accurate, but estimate yearly earnings. Close that out. This is his stats. Passing gas, little boy, little doggy, and this is the YouTube analytical history. Yeah, money, big money. Yeah, a couple dollars, looking good. So yeah, the name of this website is Social Blade. There was another website that I used, but they didn't have like when I would type in Poetic Flacco like small YouTubers, it didn't recognize them, so it said that nothing like it couldn't find anything. It would say no no name found or something. But this one came up on Google search as well, and it has everyone's name and it has more information. So I would suggest this one, but I would suggest just checking shit. Stop just sitting y'all goofy asses there and taking things at face value. Look into things. If a YouTuber has 23,000 subscribers and telling me that he needs money to buy a new laptop, I'm gonna tell him to shove it. Like, not everybody is stupid. Not everybody wastes their time looking at goofy shit. Some people actually care and actually do research and actually learn things beyond the surface. So that's basically all I wanted to say about this whole jam. The moral of my story is, from my perception and my opinion, I feel like they're all in cahoots. And I feel like people like Monty Green, I don't know, he could be in it, he could be out, but I feel like people who are out of it are not a part of the cahoots and are not a part of the game. And I feel like people who are not is the word partisan? I don't know, but I feel like the people who are not playing devil's advocate or not on one side are out of it. But the people who are either banging on Jermaine's neck are part of the problem, though that's the blue. And then the people who are, we love Umar, we love Umar, he's going to save the black boys, that's the red. And they've been hired to conquer and divide. I don't know who the fuck they going to conquer. I don't know who the hell they going to divide because I don't give a damn about this. I just wanted to put that out there because y'all need to just stop being goofy. And then I'm gonna just say this, and then I'm gonna stop. Since Jermaine, whatever that man name is, talks about he only cares about his donors, he only cares about his subscribers and his followers. I have a resolute. Oh, Tutu, you just popped water on me. Damn, my bunny just hopped and splashed water. That was a sign. But yeah, since he only he got it on my robe. Since he only cares about donors, his donors, how about his goofy ass does this? Since he keep putting out content for these people to break over his head, won't he just create a segment or a sector or a part where only his subscribers and only his donators and followers and day ones can view him. He can only talk to them since he said no new people multiple times on multiple platforms. He can just create content and just talk to his people. His people. Don't record it, put the motherfucking cameras down. You just record it for your people. So everyone who knows how they say people move in silence. So everyone who knows what's going to happen, they are your people. And if anything get leaked out, then you know it came from your people, right? So this way, the only thing Lenon and all them other goofy ass people have to do or can do is videos on old shit. And at some point, that's gonna get boring, and then it'll stop. They'll stop making bread off you and try to do something else, which will not be successful, and they know that. And you, Umar, Jermaine, can do what you need to do and work with your people, and y'all can build a school, and you don't have to worry about naysayers and haters because they won't know what the hell is going on within your sector, in your household. Right? It's simple, man. As I'm saying stuff, and every time I turn around, somebody got my name in their mouth and keep saying stuff. Guess what? I'm gonna move in silence. I'm doing things under the table. And that's what I did in my own personal life. When I was doing things and people had something to say, I said, that's why I'm moving to Atlanta and none of y'all know. And it wasn't all negative. Because I didn't have a very negative life. But I realized in order for me to grow and go, I had to move in silence. I couldn't keep telling people only to hear, well, she said you shouldn't move because everybody kept giving me their opinions. Y'all don't sit your asses down. I already prayed about this. I already consulted with the Most High, not y'all human beings who living in sin in this godforsaken world, just like I am. So solve the damn problem. Simple as that. Umar focused on his home and his donors and those people on his website, and he can still go out and speak. Nobody will know where he going until the shit is over. And by that time, if it's good, then the only thing they'll be hearing is how good it is. How dare them? I want to watch them make fun of something that everybody already said was a smash hit. They'll stop having shit to talk about. They'll become old and dry. And that'll be the end of that. But they don't want to do that. Y'all don't want to do that. Y'all want to keep this shit up because y'all all getting checks. Y'all not even praying for Jermaine or Umar to continue to do videos because y'all all on the same conference call begging him to continue to do videos so y'all all can get the attention. That's really all it's about. Only goofy people talking about chasing bags and chasing checks. Only goofy people chase checks. Intelligent people know your money just comes to you. You do what you love. And it sounds cliche, but there's people that work hard stupidly, and there's people that just work hard. And the hard don't have to be hurtful hard. It could be grind hard, and they smile doing it. I forgot what point I was trying to make. I just know that the shit is goofy. And I just feel like they all break bread behind closed doors. And people like Shakim Rob, please don't fall into the trap, but I don't think you are. And people like Monty Woodgrain probably is not a part of the gang. Shakim Rock calls it a cult. No. One of them is it? I think Monty Woodgrain calls it a cult. It's a gang. It's all of the above, and they all get paid by the same hand. And unfortunately, some people don't want to get paid by that hand, and those are the people who's out. Them people that continuously been here year after year. I'm over it. You better leave that shit alone. Get your real lives together. Peace. This was dopeness. Listen to this. Knowledge yourself.